Can't believe it.
All right, now start your intro.
Hello, everyone,
Wow.
to this apparent comedy of errors that we're dealing with today. Welcome, everyone, to The Curse of Strahd. I am your host, CG, as always, with our wonderful survivors in the land of Barovia.
Mm.
Say hi, everyone.
Test roll.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah. I got 14.
Okay, but you didn't say hi, everyone, so you get super negative inspiration this game.
Okay.
Ah,
Okay.
shit.
Hey, 16 burrows.
Yeah.
Yee. Oh, shit. We're rolling.
Roll a
Yes,
16
we
or
are,
else
and
we
also
kick
you
you
should
out.
be rolling a dice.
Oh,
Oh, my dice didn't show up. What the fuck?
It did on my
showed
screen.
up for us.
It's a 2.
Oops.
Pardon me for a quick
Man,
second.
Roll
seems like Roll 20 is
12
comedy of
IRL.
errors today as well.
Enable
Episode
dice.
title, Comedy of Errors.
I actually now have a question. CG, did you stop the music? Because now I don't hear it.
I did stop the music.
Okay.
Please
Yeah.
don't stop the music. Please don't sue us, Rihanna. I'm gonna reload.
Rihanna's coming.
Well,
for
while
my
everyone
bones.
is figuring out everything that appears to be going wrong all at once,
Mhm.
let's have oh, I've got DM powers on dice. Let's see. J Frost, where can they find you?
Well, CG, they can find me nowhere. Actually, yes, you can find me. You can find me here at twitch.tv/jfrost747, where either tomorrow or Friday, we will be doing a continuous playthrough of our Pillars of Eternity stream, as well as Borderlands 1 Game of the Year Enhanced Edition. Hopefully to try out some multiplayer. If not, we'll go through the entire campaign, because A, Borderlands, explosions, guns, guts, and gits. Let's do this.
The burger bands.
Yep. Also, you'll be able to find me at twitch.tv/BurnoutVaughn this Saturday, where our students are, well, dealing with some stuff that kind of occurred, you know? Some,
Should look at it.
some emotional damage, one could say. But yeah, that's it. So, gonna just take this hot potato and toss it to, Wiley.
Thanks, Dad.
You're welcome,
You can
son.
find me at you can find me at XWileyWilly on Twitch and Twitter. I will usually be streaming randomizer games or just roguelike games, because those are randomizers on Mondays. And possibly during the weekdays, if I am not busy or distracted. And I have a YouTube channel where I put on music and memes. Soon I will have a new song. At some point, hopefully. But yes. The tart. Take it away. Your turn.
Hello, I'm all
Or
thrown
something.
off because we're doing our shows at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can fuck, Wiley, I fucked up your name again. Fuck. I got it. You can find me here at twitch.tv/FurryTart, where I do D&D, I do variety games. Yeah. Curse of Strahd. Haza.
That's me. Also, you can find me at Hazard is my name everywhere. I also do roguelikes. Specifically one roguelike. Help. Passing it on to Sen.
You can find me as an amorphous blob at my local gaming store playing Magic until 4 AM because I do not have a problem.
The first step is admitting.
CG, it's your turn.
But now to someone who does have a problem. 5 of them, actually. CG.
Correct.
Oh, I've got more problems than just 5. Hello, you can find me nowhere, and also probably slapping J-Frost for stealing my bit. But you can find me, obviously, here every other Tuesday. You can find me every Sunday for War of the Shattered Sun, also on this channel.
Oh yeah, I guess I
And you
run
can
that game, don't I?
Yeah, you kind of do.
Fuck.
We can also find me on that one Burnout Vaughn's channel for that Strixhaven campaign that J-Frost mentioned. That is literally all I
yeah.
do.
Keep forgetting.
You're also
So,
To look at
are
it.
we about ready
Drink,
to get
you
going?
dingus.
I'm ready to start.
Yeah.
Is J-Frost ready to start? Sound like he stepped out.
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
I just screamed drink. And also King of the Card Games.
Let's go with... What did I eventually decide on? Oh, we went with this one, I think. Deep within the lands of Barovia, the mist tells a story. Gray the Fighter, Fael the Paladin, Chagi the Monk, Dagon the Sorcerer, and Hope the Cleric descended into the strange cavern below Lake Zarovich, exploring the waters and running afoul of several fish-like humanoids. They eventually discovered a woman, tinted green and alive, unable to breathe in the water. More horrifyingly, though, the party encountered the terrifying Kessa, a creature intent on taking their breath for her own. The party managed to be victorious despite Kessa's numerous advantages. And we pick up where we left off, with an unconscious woman and a mountain of treasure. So, as said, we picked up exactly where let off. Kessa, or the form that you were currently fighting, has dissolved almost into bubbles, and they all start popping amidst the underwater pressure. Nearby is the still unconscious woman and a large pile of gold. What do you guys do?
Gray will likely move over and probably help Fael start unshackling the woman.
Yes.
Okay. The cuffs that are currently binding this woman are notably made out of rock as opposed to metal of some sort. And they look to be, well, more restrictive than metal cuffs would be. She is basically melded into the wall. If you want to break her out of her chains, or chains in quotation marks, I would need an athletics check to try and break the rock.
I'm good at those.
Hope
Can I
holds out
assist?
her hand.
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
that's also true. In fact, I will not intervene in this.
Break her chains. Set her free. Something,
Freedom!
something force.
As Gray prepares to make a move at the wall, Hope simply waves her hand at the surface of stone.
Ooh, stone shape. Okay. So, as you kind of wave your hand at the stone, it simply parts and melts away back into the wall, and the woman just kind of slowly drifts forward. The weightlessness kind of catching you off guard before you remember your current watery location.
Gray,
Are we still submerged, or
I think we're
is-
still submerged, yeah.
or in the air bubble? I mean, I forget.
No, the air bubble has long since passed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Gray will turn to Fael. I can take her up to the surface if you wish. I can probably move the fastest of the group currently. Thank you, helmet. Helmet of underwater action.
Can you though?
Oh, fuck!
I'm
Never mind, excuse the fuck out
stronger,
of me!
but but the question is, am I strong enough to do that? Because strength matters.
It does, but you're underwater, so weight is not as much of an issue. In fact, there really isn't too much of an issue just kind of grabbing her and holding her, except for size, actually, as you are a small goblinoid holding this medium-sized creature. You can do so, but it's more like less like holding her in your arms, but more like you kind of have to grab her arm and start swimming with pulling her forward.
Can I mage hand to help myself?
You know what? Sure.
Yeah.
You grab one hand. You use your mage hand to grab the other hand, and
The
do you
mage hand
start
is a
making,
tentacle.
which kind of wraps around her other arm.
Ugh.
Do you start making your way out to the surface?
Should we loot the treasure?
I figured at least some people were gonna loot.
I will loot.
Yeah, I'll help out with the loot.
Okay.
I don't have any
every-
proficiency with the loot.
I don't need to swim. I will walk home.
If Fiala's got a handle on the woman, then Gray will assist too with looting.
Okay. Go ahead and roll investigation checks. Anyone who wants, or survival checks. Anyone who wants to loot.
Okay.
I just grab some coins.
Question,
my way out.
Sanji.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry
Alright.
about that file.
Hey, CG.
Yes.
Question. Would I be able to use, guidance
Why not?
for everybody?
Just one. Just one person.
Who's got good survival?
I do, but I already rolled. Give it to either you or Hope.
Joke's on you.
Oh, that's right! There's two of us!
Ah, well, I've
Yes.
already rolled, so use it on yourselves.
Alright. I'll use it on myself. Survival roll, you said?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Can you use it on yourself?
You can.
Oh yeah,
always
definitely.
Yeah,
Isn't
you're a willing creature.
A lot of people forget
The
that.
The downside of guidance is that it is concentration and touch.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I just figured some DMs would be like, nah, that seems kind of weird, or whatever.
So 11 for Dagon.
I got 13.
And a natural 1, but 8 for Hope. Was Choggy going to help out, or?
Yeah, sure.
Choggy. Go Choggy.
Here's where Choggy blows us out of the water again.
Fuck
Do it.
Possibly in a literal manner. This go around.
Come on, natural 20. Natural 20. I believe in you.
Fucking told you.
Trini win!
Fucking told you.
I'll take it.
Close!
And 19 at the die. I'll take it.
That seems to be consistent with Choggy. When the rest of us roll low, he rolls high.
True.
Huh. Perfectly balanced as all things should be.
Mm-hmm.
So, alright. Start with Hope. Hope, It's strange. It looks like a pile of gold, but there's like a small, semi-opulent like throne in the middle of it. And you kind of go to investigate the throne, and as you look a little bit more, it's looks like it's just straight up driftwood. And it's like, oh, okay. Why is this here compared to everything else? Let's see, up next is Gray. Gray, as you are digging through the coins,
Up next would have been Dagon.
Actually, yeah, that would have been me.
I'm
on 11.
you would. Gray has a 13. Oh yeah, so it would be Dagon. I did poor
Yes, correct.
I did. I are a math guy.
You did Yu-Gi-Oh math there, my guy.
So, Dagon,
what's up?
pocketing as much of the gold as you can for right now. You kind of start digging through, and you see various different opulences around you, like what appear to be all metal of some sort, like pearls and gem pieces, but they all look heavily corroded and ancient. You're like, oh, this is probably not what we were looking for. And as you keep digging, you eventually find a small bottle.
Curious.
Looks to be a clear red liquid with tiny bubbles inside of it.
Getting that up. This looks very interesting. I will have to pocket this one, just as a in case. Put it in the church coffers.
Gray,
Hello.
as you are also looking through this pile, you find what appears to be, strangely enough, a single piece of clothing. A pair of gloves. They are... Well, it's hard to tell underwater. Yeah, you can't actually tell underwater because of dark vision, but you can feel them in your hands. They feel like ordinary leather. Still, a bit odd.
Bit odd.
Coming...
Sort of pocket
If
them.
you like, I can talk to them for you.
Sure. And Gray will pass off the gloves to Hope.
Identify. As you kind of pick up the pair of gloves, Hope, you get images of opening chests, stealing of coins, perusing of coffers. This is a pair of gloves of thievery.
Ooh.
I turn to Gray. Are you sure you want to live that life?
Looks at Hope a little confused. Not sure what you mean. What are they?
They like spending time on your hands and in other people's pockets.
Gray kind of gets an expression of like, ah, I see. Well, then perhaps they're best put into onto the hands of Perhaps someone more dexterous. Eyeing to Choggy and or Fael.
I hand them back.
Okay. Gray
Speaking
will,
of which,
Gray will put them like in his bag for now.
Dumb idea. Can you use Mage Hand, put gloves on the Mage Hand, and then use that?
no.
Or is it like an attuned
No.
thing? Damn.
Actually not.
Oh well,
Uh,
worth a shot.
So that leaves us with Choggy.
That's me.
Choggy. Whereas, sorry about that. Jeez, just had a brain fart. Whereas, jeez, I just can't speak.
You can do it!
I
Here,
can
take my
spit it
handset.
out.
Spit
Whereas
up, Junior!
Dagon found various pieces of jewelry, and Gray found a bit of odd gloves. You find yourself digging through what looks to be more handcrafted pieces of finery, but they are all corroded for the most part, except for one piece of gear. It appears to be a small ring. It is onyx in nature, with a strong kind of almost octagon style opening for the fingers, with two horned beings on the top of it. Can't really tell because of the artistic design, though, what exactly they are.
Chuggy will look at it, and
Hope holds out her hand.
Chuggy will look towards Herb and attempt to throw it at Herb, but realizing underwater just kind of floats there. It just kind of starts waving it over
Go!
until it eventually gets to Herb.
It's like when you're trying to like help like a spider like get out of the pool. Like
Yeah.
Come on,
Yeah.
come on.
trying
Yep.
to like push it
So-
to the edge.
So, Hope, I assume you cast Identify once more? Okay. This is a Ring of the Ram.
That's what I thought! Let's go!
Oh,
What?
To what?
A Ring of the Ram, and I'm going to put that in D&D resources.
Please and thank you.
Oh, that's good
This
shit.
ring has 3 charges, and it gains 1d3 expended charges daily at dawn. While wearing the ring, you can use an action to expend 1 to 3 of its charges to make a ranged spell attack against one creature you can see within 60 feet. The ring produces a spectral ram's head and makes its attack roll with a +7 bonus. On a hit for each charge you spend, the target takes 2d10 force damage and is pushed 5 feet away from you. Alternatively, you can spend 1 to 3 of the ring's charges as an action to try and break an object you can see within 60 feet of you that isn't worn or carried. The ring makes a strength check with a +5 bonus for each charge you spend.
Ring of the Ram is good shit.
Six, a potential of 6d10.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ring of the Ram can be disgusting.
That sounds beautiful.
This ring does require attunement.
Out of curiosity, how much time did we spend getting these few items?
Oh, probably about 5 minutes.
Oh.
Not too long.
Shit.
Can we?
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Can we potentially keep looking, or is that the most we're gonna get?
Having combed through the pile more or less thoroughly, that seems like it's all of the big pieces, though there is still the mountain of money in front of
Yeah.
you.
Shovel as much of that in there.
Scooping that bunch up.
Okay.
Communion wine
So-
is not cheap.
CG, can I take the corroded jewelry?
Sure.
That also brings up a question. Could I get Hope to take a look at that bottle?
Bottle.
The bottle of the red sip.
The sippy.
Do you once more use identify, Hope?
Hope waves off her hand, her focus worn out for the day. Tomorrow.
Just shrugs. Puts the bottle in.
Let us get to safety and I will see.
So, there is a lot of gold here. You guys can attempt to take all of it, but anyone carrying a weight of an extra 400 gold or more is going to have their movement speed halved while underwater.
I will take 399.
We'll take... You said 400 or more?
Yes.
Give me one quick second, I need to do some quick maths here.
Yeah, I need to do that. I am going to take... Can we make an approximation of how much there is total?
Investigation check.
Okay.
I'll allow one of you to do it, or one of you to do it with the help of someone else, an advantage.
I have
I'll
plus,
help and slap guidance.
I have +2.
2 guidances.
I don't know if anyone else has more than 2. +2.
For investigations...
I think.
Nope.
Alright. I'm a roll. So, Dagon, you're helping me, you said?
Yeah, I am helping you, and I believe Hope's also helping with, like, guidance.
Okay. So, I have advantage then, yes?
Yes.
Okay, not great. 10. And then with guidance, Gavingus. I know it says bless, ignore it. 13.
You have guidance twice.
Yeah, second one.
Why do I have it twice?
Me and Hope.
I
Yeah.
don't think it stacks.
I didn't see that. I see. Okay. Gavingus. 17.
Let me double check to see if it does stack, because that is a good point. Let's see.
You know what? I think we actually had this question recently. I don't think it does. I think we had this question in our other game.
Yeah.
Pretty sure the same effects won't stack because that seems kind of broken.
Yeah.
Because you can
yeah, I
then
think
stack Shield of Faith, right?
Yeah, shield... Well, actually, no. Shield of Faith is stackable. That is something you can
You know
do.
what?
Yeah.
We'll say for now, especially because it doesn't really affect this roll with either of those guidances. You succeed on the check.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just put that aside for now. We'll just say no, and we'll investigate later. So, 13 or 14, either or. Getting kind of a better look at it, and having gone through everything, you've kind of see tens of thousands of gold pieces here. But
Jesus.
having gone through it more accurately, you can get kind of a better look. A lot of them have also seen some of the corrosion, which is weird for gold. Like, really weird for gold, which is supposed to be a non-corrosive metal. You can count out, and you can identify about 1,200 workable gold pieces.
Okay. So that'd be what, about 250 a person if we want to try to yoink all of it?
Don't forget that File has swam off.
I'm not including File. I am in fact including Esmeralda.
Ah, good point.
Yeah, so that's a pretty safe division. It's not exact, but we can do a proper divvy when we are. Well, I guess. Hold on. I have the power of the internet. Divided by what, 6 or 5?
5.
That'd be 240 per person.
Okay. Easy enough. Everyone picks up a fair bit of money and goes ahead and pockets it.
Plate armor, here I come.
Okay.
Now that everyone has done a proper amount of looting,
I am also taking the corroded jewelry.
Yep.
What do I get?
add corroded jewelry to your inventory.
Hmm.
So, with everything looted, what do you guys do?
Go. Well, Gray is going to attempt to help Esmeralda get back because she mentioned to him that she wasn't going to be able to move as fast as most of the rest of the group.
Oh, thank you, Gray.
I got you.
She has a look at visible frustration on her face.
Yeah,
Even
I
milking
know.
was-
Suck it up. He will do the underwater piggyback.
All right. I can just hold your hand. That's all. I'd like to have at least some dignity in this situation.
There's no dignity in anything we do here in Barovia, I'm going to be honest. But it's your call.
Just hold me by the hand.
Okay. And we will the move.
Okay. At this juncture, Fael, who has left first, you are passing by, kind of retracing your steps back to the entrance. You're noticing that the movement in the cave that you had sensed earlier has not stopped. And you can kind of just feeling, especially now, you feel more in tune with the water. And you can kind of feel something nearby just kind of moving and shaking. You kind of take a look around a corner and you see one of the fish people that you've encountered beforehand is convulsing in kind of a way. And all of a sudden they just kind of stop. And the rubbery skin that was on these creatures seems to almost peel off,
Ugh.
falls to the ground, and underneath the skin you could see for a brief moment what looks like the shape of water of this creature, as it was almost entirely their insides, and they just kind of dissolve into the rest of the lake, their skin sloughing off and disappearing as well.
Gross.
As you continue back onto the surface, you make your way to the entrance of the cave, which Looking up, you can see once more, as the water has receded from when Hope was there, the rest of the lake above you. And you feel movement in your own arms as the woman you had rescued begins to stir.
I stop and I let her wake up.
She blinks, like, wide awake in shock. I can breathe again. Oh, it's been so long. She just kind of, like, takes a huge gasp of the water underneath. And she just kind of, like... It's almost as if someone has gone out of, like, a prison into a beautiful spring day. Just a deep inhale and taking in everything. You freed me, File. Thank you.
Now
How
I
do you
can
know my name?
destroy the world.
My sisters told me about you. We have...
How did they know my name?
We have... They, know of you by your name, but... perhaps this would be a... It's a bit of a lengthy story if you are inclined to hear it. There were other people with you. Do you
Oh.
want to wait for them, or it doesn't matter to me. I'm just trying to be considerate.
It'll save me the trouble of repeating you, so sure. I think
Alright.
they're looting, is what they call it.
Good. Screw her.
Fuck her! Fuck him!
I'm sorry, that was out of turn for me. May you sleep
Wiley, you
well,
you
deep
found the one.
Believe it.
She kind of looks back to deeper within the cave. She goes, "May you be released from your torment, Great One." Alright. Most of your friends didn't seem, well, and you as well, but you have my blessing. They didn't seem particularly keen on the water. How did you make it all the way down here?
Magic.
Oh, well, that's quite simple, isn't it? Alright, and she just kind of, like, just shakes a little bit. Like, you can see her form shifting slightly as where she was in a very beat up kind of state beforehand. Like, the flowing dress that she was in, kind of torn and mattered, begins to instantly reform. Looks like bubbles begin to fill in the missing gaps, and where once was a damaged woman is much more healthy looking with a vibrant, flowing, deep green dress. My name is Lamini. And I'm one of the few that have a great interest in you, File.
Can we get a spelling on that, please?
Moment.
Thank you.
File, go ahead and roll an Arcana check.
Ten.
You're kind of going through your head, trying to figure out what this person is, what they could possibly be, but there's a lot of different aquatic races out there.
It's nice to meet you.
pleasure to finally meet your acquaintance. I have a feeling that you and I are going to be working together for quite a bit from now on. And around this time, everyone else has finished collecting, and you all kind of see Fael conversing with this individual at the front of the cave.
You probably want to get out of the water, right?
Well said, Dagon.
Dagon's still dealing with the swirl.
See squirrels.
He's dealing with the underwater swirly that he had to get subjected to, and then teleporting out of it. He's just
That's
Bleh.
fair.
And here are all your friends. I assume that several of you are on a bit of a time limit. Fael here said that you all used magic to get down here, so I can't imagine that your jaunt to the bottom of the lake is something you can just rightfully do.
Well, for some of us, yeah.
I know.
Points
Yes, I can.
She kind of blinks a few times. You're a curious one. How do you move in all of that armor down here?
Armor?
Not many can wield a shield like that, and you appear to be covered in metal of some origin.
That's my secret, chap. I am the armor.
I'm always armor.
She said she wanted to take my breath. Do you think she realized that I have none?
Knowing her and what she did to me, I'm not entirely certain that you would have been immune to that.
We should press on.
Agreed. And at this point, she just kind of swims out of your grasp, Fael. Let's make for the surface. It's been a while since I felt, well, anything other than the oppressive waters down here.
You can breathe out of the water as well?
I can. I enjoy the comfort of the waters, but I can walk on land as needed. It's not my natural choice, but...
CG, I have a question.
Yes.
Have we determined what species she is yet? Like,
Well,
I guess race?
you have not. You can roll an Arcana check to figure that out.
Sure, okay. Let's go, +2! Kabingus! I accidentally rolled with advantage. 9!
So, much like Fael earlier, there's a lot of watery beings out there.
Yeah. Never mind.
Is this just a single one?
Yes.
I think he means a single check.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
She begins to kind of swim out and up to the top of the lake, moving a fair bit faster than even you, Fael. You all kind of follow her up. Gray and Fael leading the way. Choggy, you're having a bit of trouble keeping up, which is still baffling to me above game. And Hope, you are once more walking along the lake bed bottom. You break you break the surface, and you find her at the edge of the lake, simply standing in it with her feet still in the water, but kind of standing mostly on the beach, just kind of waiting for everyone else to arrive. Fael, Gray, Esmeralda, who was hanging on to Gray, you're the first to show. You wait a few minutes. Dagon and Choggy, you also emerge from the lake, feeling great to Dagon in particular. Inhale normal air once more, and you all wait another 5 minutes as slowly a form is starting to emerge from the lake.
Hope is coming out like fucking Swamp Thing, covered in seaweed.
I just imagined the Pacific Rim, fucking giant mecha with the
Jaeger.
Terminator theme song going.
If Gray is the first of the party to break the surface, or I guess whenever he breaks the surface, he'll probably go ahead. Okay. Oh.
God fucking.
Gray,
For the
when he
audience.
breaks the surface, will probably get a fire going, as everyone is, well, wet.
Yeah, I can help with that. And Esmeralda just kind of starts looking for little bits of not damp firewood to get the fire going.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
As
here.
everyone...
I can help.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Creep on Fire.
That'll do it. Thank
We
you,
don't need
Roy.
wood. With me here.
Esmeralda turns around to get fire. It's like, this should help out. There's already a fire just hanging out, no wood involved. It's like, way to show off in front of me, I guess. She just kind of chucks it over her shoulder.
While the others work, I am going to begin breaking down the jewelry.
Okay.
Gray will whisper to Esmeralda, "Let's give him this one. He has a lady now, apparently."
You joke, but I'm not quite sure that yet, are we, Gray?
Gray will kind of give just a smile and kind of look over at Fael, who's, I don't know what Fael's doing, maybe picking his nose or something.
Drying off.
Yeah.
Yeah, he created bonfire, got a tiny little bit on his arm, shakes it off.
Gray will stand there and goes, "Ow, fuck, ah!" And he'll take off his boot and a fucking crab crawls out of it.
Crabius, what are you doing here?
Snip, snip.
Alright, now that everyone's here, I suppose I should share my story. My name, to all of you, my name is Limni. I am a... a Nereid. Maybe me pronouncing that incorrectly.
A what now? You're a what now?
You're Naruto?
Am I pronouncing that right?
Water style hidden mist jutsu.
Can we
No
see
idea.
the spelling of it? Because
It's in the Discord.
A
Is it?
Nereid?
Nereid, thank you!
You're
welcome.
I'm a Nereid. We're like stronger water elves. To keep it simple. I and several of my sisters, who are unfortunately no longer with me, well, we wanted to well, bind together in a way similar to what those wretched hags do. We made a coven, the three of us. And, well, even in this place, away from them, I could still get flashes, messages, little bits of information from them. She looks over to you, Fael. That's how I learned about you. Seems like a few of your siblings got in touch with the rest of my other sisters.
His ears perk up. Are they okay?
They're doing better. They're working with the guidance of my two others, and they mentioned that, well, you were, I suppose, lost, and it turns out you were lost together. When you were close to the lake, I could sense something, almost like a fey kinship.
Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. 1 second, folks. My Discord just crashed. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Pardon me for 1 moment, folks. Discord! Do you strike again? I don't know why my Discord just crashed. Heck.
Oh, good, you're back.
Hello, sorry, my Discord...
Are you okay, Tar?
Yeah, my Discord completely crashed.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm good.
I didn't know we were missing one. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I was listening and then my Discord fucking just closed out of nowhere. Please continue.
Here's the spelling on the two sisters. And so-
Iti and Narun.
Luhiti and Narun. And so when I sensed you nearby, and, well, I took a gamble, and I gave you some of my power. You should still have it, yes?
He looks at the bonfire. Yeah. Which, by the I forgot to do the thing. When he made the bonfire, it was like a spectral jellyfish, just all like glowy and yeah, glowy. That's it.
She kind of looks over to the bonfire. Oh, Muhiti would be pleased. She always loved the more deep sea creatures.
I've never seen anything like this before. That's where they're from.
It's called a jellyfish, actually. They're very strange creatures. They're almost kind of like what are they called? Oozes? Except born in the deep, and apparently they're immortal. Who knew that? But I'm sure you have more questions than that, so by all means, feel free to ask.
Above game, I am blanking. Fuck.
It's okay. Take your time. Here, I need a refill on water anyways, so I'll give you a minute or two to think about it.
Yeah, I don't know why my Discord just fucking crashed out of nowhere. That was fun. Not at all scary.
I was looking at the stream and waiting.
I died!
Oh no.
Okay, I return.
Hello.
By the way, anyone can ask questions. It's not just Fael.
Gray has a question.
All right.
How did you end up down there?
Oh. Well, that's a bit of a long story, and it has to do with the wretched individual that you encountered down there as well, Kessa. See, when Huti, Narun, and we initially formed our little coven to try and gain enough power to improve the oceans, the rivers, the lakes, the seas, any form of water that we could. Do good in the world with our power, you know? Try to be altruistic. Well, that was where we heard. That's something that Kessa apparently heard about when she was. When she didn't look like that, I'll tell you that much. She came to us riding on a dragon turtle.
Jesus fuck. Sorry, continue.
She loudly proclaimed that she was the ruler of the seas, and we were stepping in on her domain, and I think she called herself the Grand Sheikah. Yeah, it's very strange. She demanded that we cease and leave the oceans to her. We refused, but we were clearly outmatched, and not wanting to become Dragon Turtle Chow, we proposed a wager of sorts. We were ultimately successful. It was a simple seashell collecting competition, and well, she had to put up something of hers for the wager to take place. If we won, or if she won, our group would disband, and probably we were going to die. But if we won, using her great powers as a marriage, she would give us a free wish. We were ultimately successful, but when we asked the wish, we wished that we could improve the plains by ridding it of a great evil. And when she cast the spell, it brought us here. Now, I don't know where my sisters are. I don't think... They appear to still be in the same material plane that we were initially part of it. I guess the spell only got me and Kessa, but... warped us here. Of course, she was quite concerned herself. And, well...
She didn't
One
take too
thing led to
kindly to
another.
her new accommodations. I take it.
She... You know, she didn't always look like that. She was quite beautiful. But with beauty comes arrogance, and as you could probably tell from that incident that brought us together, she sought to make herself ruler of the new lands that she found herself a part of.
I think I see where this is going.
Well, the current ruler of these lands, a man in a cloak, I'm not sure exactly who, apparently arrived soon after, said he sensed some powerful magic in the area, at which point Kessa loudly proclaimed that who was he, these lands now belong to her, and a fight broke out. I'm not exactly sure what he did to her, but he defeated her in combat and came close, did something to her. Cast her into the lake, where I was summarily trying to hide from the powerful spells being thrown about above me. When she landed inside, she began to warp and change. She grew angry, and I was unfortunately nearby.
I'm sorry.
It was harrowing, you know? I can't exactly say that I was in danger of death, as she seemed to have more interest in keeping me alive as a prisoner, to suffer, perhaps. I feel the water of which I was born, which I seek to improve, burning my lungs, my gills, for years on end. She just kind of drifts off at this. But I suppose that's behind me now, thanks to all of you.
Above game, fuck.
Mm.
Yeesh.
Well, we're not out of the water yet. I mean, we are, but we're not.
We are
Done.
out of the water.
Speak
We
for
are very
yourself, and
much
she just kind of
well
kicks
done.
up a little bit of the water in the that she's currently standing in. But yes, File. What do you refer?
Well, there's still the matter of, the big bad evil guy. Until we take him down, this mist is keeping us in here. And everyone else. Apart from, well, a few people can apparently walk in and out. But for the most part, we're kind of stuck here. Until we take down this, who.
Strahd von Zarovich. That is his name.
Sounds like a human name. Someone like that has so much power?
He was human once.
Now he's a living heresy against all of the gods, is so to speak.
She just kind of blinks a few times. Whatever that is. But she just kind of looks around. You mentioned mist before. It does appear to be quite misty around here. And she kind of looks up. That's not the sun.
That is the effect that Strahd has on these lands. The sun remains hidden. People get lost in the mist, and monsters and horrible things roam the lands.
She kind of strokes her chin a little bit. I don't know about monsters or the sun, but she just kind of like looks around to the mist that's kind of like rising off the lake and kind of creeping out of the forest. She kind of waves her hand around it, and then she gets a look of kind of confusion. She does it again. Huh. That's... whatever this is, it's not real mist. If it were, I'd have some form of control over it. Mist is water, after all.
About that, unfortunately, I do have a theory as to what it really is.
Oh, this ought to be good, Esmeralda says, kind of crossing her arms.
Oh, look at you, getting all uppity. From everything I've gathered, from what Strahd himself has said, and from the information we have received, the mist, what you see out here, is actually part of something more bigger. Not sure if it's malevolent or not, but it's ancient. This is magic in ways that goes far beyond anything. It can rival even god-level magic. But more importantly, it encompasses entire domains, creating realms separate, but somewhat linked together to our world, to where we come from. More importantly, it seems as if it's controllable, but by what standards and by whose standards, I do not know. From everything that I managed to gather, and he kind of pulls out his notes, the mists can somewhat prevent planar travel. If you are an extra planar entity, you can get trapped here. We saw a celestial get trapped here, and, well, it did not end well for him in the end. On top of that, certain spells do not work well.
What we know for fact is that the mists have been around since before Strahd's rule, and anyone who knows their origin is in his... well...
And they're either in his thrall or they're dead.
they're with him, either willing or unwilling.
Bingo. And the thing of it is, Strahd somewhat draws power from these mists, but it seems more afflicted to a cursed power. You can kill him.
Hagen, what is bingo?
What? I'm sorry. What was that?
What the fuck did you just say to me, you little shit?
Hagen, what the hell is bingo?
It is a game played by children.
Ah.
But, yes, but to put it bluntly, it's a very old power. I don't know if it's of a singular mind, the malevolent will of multiple entities, or if it's just aloof. All we know is that the power that it generates, it exacts a toll. Strahd has perished before. He's been defeated, beaten. But because of the mist, it eventually will reform him. It'll take time, but he can come back. And if there is a power to keep him permanently dead, we don't know of it. Nor do we know of any way to unshackle the binds of Barovia permanently from this damnable mist.
Presumably we need to find where the mists were born, or find some clue of their origin if we are to truly be successful in our cause.
Agreed. Which is why we're hoping to manage to, at least for the time being, alleviate the curse of this realm, so we can find more information. If not, maybe seek out others who may have experienced this.
That's a lot to take in. As Lemony just kind of like has that look of feeling faint and starts falling backwards, and then she just kind of waves her hand, and all of a sudden the water around her forms into like a small chair and catches her. Oh,
Above game, that is dope as shit.
Mm-hmm.
Waterbenders, man.
Damn, look at you.
so You mentioned a lot about what this is, and it's overwhelming to say the least. But how do we leave?
Well, there's only one of three ways that I can truly say. One, you have to be a Vistani, which have been given the blessing of Strahd to enter and leave the land as they see fit. Two, something really powerful's got to bring you out, and even then, that's never guaranteed. Or three, from what we can tell, the death of the lord of this land will allow the binding of Barovia to cease, at least for a time being, to allow you to return back to where you're from.
Well, so we've got to go take this guy out then. I'm unfortunately not exactly combat capable, even if in the best of times. Especially if you get him into the lake, I could probably do something, but I think you're all better equipped to handle that than me. And she kind of looks over to you, Fael. Especially now.
Don't worry about it. Just be safe. We'll figure it out.
We're working
And don't
on
get
it.
bit.
I think I have a good solution to that. And she just kind of like starts melting into the water. Not actually melted, but she kind of like walks backwards. You can see her head still kind of peeking up above it. The lake is a lot more empty now, but a lot less things in it want to kill me, so that's good.
Above game, I love her.
Fael, go with my blessing. Take what power I can provide. The capabilities of our coven remain as long as there are three of us, even if we're far from each other. So even though my power may be diminished for now, you'll be able to call upon power of all three of us as you get stronger.
I will
Be
use these
responsible.
powers responsibly.
Well, good. Because if you won't, we'd have to take him away. And that would be mean. And I don't want to be mean.
I'm getting Flit vibes from this woman now.
She might be a little sheltered. Just saying.
I love it.
It's fine. We'll take out the mean guys with the power. We'll stop the meanness.
Okay. Go, my little
Give
goblin
them
friend.
heck.
Language?
You know, you can't say hell.
I know, I just did. Before. Looks to dig.
Yeah, sure. Heck equals hell.
Best of luck to you, adventurers, who... Wait, she just kind of blinks for a second. You know what, never mind. Good luck, adventurers. And she sinks below the waves, which become still and calm once more.
Can we insight that last part?
Sure.
Ease.
Cool.
I'm not gonna bother. I'm gonna pass on it.
9.
So only Hope gets this. That pause seemed to be like she was trying to look for information she did not have. And then you realize that you never really told her your guys' names.
Nope. There wasn't a good time for it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Gray immediately turns to File. So, your girlfriend's cool?
What's a girlfriend?
We'll find out
Will
when you're
do.
older.
No, it's an age of 16.
Yes.
Well,
What
I
is a
forget goblins.
girlfriend?
Right.
You're kind of worms, Gray.
Yep. I keep finding myself in these situations. It's fine. Anyway, so, what now? Above game? What time is it?
Good question.
You all made it to here about noon with the travel you took from Valaki. At this juncture, it is probably about 1, a little bit after.
Okay. Thank you, Sen. Well, I don't know about you all, but I feel like perhaps a resupply is in order. Kind of shuffling the new bag of gold. There are a couple things I want to acquire as well. We're nearby Valaki, so couldn't hurt to go down there. Actually, I forget. Are we closer to? We're close to Valaki and not Barovia, right?
Oh, you're way closer to Valaki.
Okay.
If you want to go to Barovia, you'd probably arrive at sunset.
Yeah.
If you go to Valaki, it's like a 2-hour walk.
Above game, there are a couple things I want to buy, and bro, I'm gonna be honest. I got the money for that fucking plate armor now, and I'm real tempted.
Point.
That's just ideas.
A resupply wouldn't hurt.
So, you were off to Valaki then?
That works for me.
Yep.
Okay.
I agree.
As you begin to travel southwards once more, the woods seem a lot less frightening than they usually do. Perhaps it's because you've been traveling through them so recently, or perhaps you feel like several of the plagues and evils of the land have been dealt with. Traveling down the road once more, you arrive mid-afternoon at the town of Valaki, which, let me swap that over. And you see the gates, the guards at the gates once more. As you approach, they just kind of look to each other and blink. Like, halt! How'd you get back out to this side of Valaki? You came through this same way last time.
I'm not sure what you mean.
What are you talking about?
Yesterday, you came down south through here, and then you went out. You didn't go out, and then you look at the other guard. He's like, idiot. They went out while we were off duty. Sorry.
Hope turns around. Like that?
Please don't. No, please continue. Like, he needs this. Anyways.
Oh, we're just here for supplies.
Ah. Well, once more, though at this juncture, I believe we know these individuals and don't have to ask too many questions. The older guy kind of looks to the other one, who at this point is doing his best to kind of hide in his helmet and armor. You are not permitted into the town of Vallaki. And they kind of raise the gates.
I walk past them.
I do as well. I mean, I don't walk past them.
Dum dum dum!
I backwards walks past them.
You moonwalk past them.
Walking past.
I jump over them.
Do 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 do.
So, everyone heads into the town of Vallaki. It is livelier than the the last week or so that you were here and partook in a revolution.
God, has it only been a week?
Damn.
Fuck.
Probably, it's closer to 2 weeks, but not quite 2 weeks.
Okay.
Like, sorry, I'm just trying to
No,
work with my
you're
time out
good.
here. You're right, that did sound a little weird.
It just occurs to me, like, fuck. We do a
You guys
lot
have been-
in these days, like, throughout the course of the day.
So, you find yourself in town. The guards at this point kind of give you an acknowledgement. Several of the townsfolk are still a little leery-eyed, especially when they see, like, Dagon, because, oh, it's the devil, but then they recognize you. Like, it's like a half second, like, almost though they're fighting years of mental training, but they do recognize you and pay you little mind other than recognition.
Hey Frank, how's the kids?
Gray is going to find a, I guess, whatever counts as a general store.
Okay,
Or a shop of some sort.
let me find my general store. Okay. You haven't been here before, actually, so go ahead and roll me a survival to try and locate this store.
Oh, okay. Survival, you said?
Yes.
Do I get advantage? Because I literally was born here.
Yes.
Okay. This is literally my hometown. 15.
Easy enough. It's not you're like, oh, I've been here more than enough times in both of my times in Barovia. You eventually find your way to what looks like almost like an open stall, but you can see into it. It's got several bits of odds and ends, as well as like potions and parkas, general adventuring gear, as well as things like grapes and old grapes, anyways, and meats, basic stuff. There appears to be a young woman, looks to be about 22, with dark deep black hair and a long ponytail, just kind of like eyeing you as you walk up. Ooh, you're the guys who came here and kicked out that old bat Wachter, and I haven't quite come up with a creative name for Victor, but Victor Vargas.
Yes, that was us.
Oh, you did good. You did good. I can't believe that Wachter was trying to have a coup of some sort. I heard that every single one of the people that followed had blown out faces, like they've covered in the sun, and it looked like they had covered in soot. It's weird, some sort of ritual that they all did.
He's just kind of nodding slowly, just like uh huh. Well, you didn't hear from me, but I punch her. No. But they had mysterious secret chambers hidden in the walls, and corpses that could move buried in the sand in the basement. And yes, there was sand in the basement. Was it sand? I don't actually remember.
Sam.
Okay.
Joke's on you. It was actually bone chips.
God damn it.
Oh, I hate that.
Oh, that's more disgusting.
It was dirt.
Okay. But moving corpses in the basement and hidden chambers where they were performing rituals. Gray's like encouraging her.
God, I wonder what kind of rituals that she was making. Was that how they got the blown out face?
I'm not sure about blown out faces, but it's best if the ritual information remains private. You know, security of the town and everything.
Party pooper.
Perhaps.
So, what can I do for the heroes of the town? And she, like, magically jazz hands in front of you.
Just looking for a few supplies. I've got a few, just a few bits and bobs I need to try a few things. And I'm going to just try and secure whatever I can from that list I sent you, CG. As well as, like, buy a few rations. Maybe buy a parka, actually, for, like, the rain. Maybe a few for the group.
Okay. So go ahead and type up your list for me, since it's going to be a little bit more than what we talked about.
I know I sent it to you already. Do you want me to just ping it real quick in our?
I found the old list.
Okay.
Okay.
Just whatever from that list I can get.
Yeah. So everything that you need.
As well
very
as a little pouch for them all.
Right.
Smile components pouch.
Everything that you need is really not expensive normally. Like, you could honestly just find this just lying around. The one thing that you, above game, you figured you would not be able to get, she looks and says, well, we don't sell that here. I don't know who would have that. Probably the church, I'd imagine.
Very well nod. That is where I was going to head next, yes, but might as well ask.
Careful. I hear he's on the council right now. He might be in a meeting.
Well, I happen to have an in those meetings. Did you know that I am actually related to the town's very own Isaac Strahd?
Get out! You look
Again.
nothing like him!
Again, humoring her, and also fucking ouch. Yes, Isaac and I were, We're brothers. We were separated at birth, and we didn't actually know about each other until somewhat recently.
Just gonna insight you.
I mean, I'm not lying.
I know, that's not why I'm rolling this insight.
Gray doesn't lie as a 7 in charisma.
Well, you don't look like you'd be a liar. You're far too pretty-faced for that.
Taken a little bit back by that. Oh, thank you. Still soaking wet, probably.
I imagine the 2-hour walk and the bonfire took care of that.
Oh, I didn't realize the walk was that long. Okay. Well, thank you.
That everything that you asked for, boy, you are
I'm buying a lot of
asking
shit.
for a lot of weird. You're asking for a lot of weird stuff. You know that?
Yes, but everything has its use.
Listen, I know a lot of things have a point to it, but you could buy more than just this amount of salt. And she just holds up the tiny amount. Whatever. Everything will run you a gold.
Gray will pay her 2 for the interesting experience she has given him.
She looks down on it. Good to know I've got excellent customer service. And she puts it in her pocket.
Kind of give her a nod. You have a good day. Make sure to... I actually don't know if there's still curfew. I presume there is, but make sure not to stay out after curfew.
Oh yeah, there's still curfew, but thankfully we don't get put in the stockades and beaten if we break it.
Oh, wonderful. Good to know.
Yeah. You know the guards they can just escort you back to town or back to your house? It's weird.
It's wild, right? Who would have thunk? And Gray will leave.
Okay. Is there anything else anyone would like to do?
Yes, I don't want to take up too much, so please continue.
Okay.
I want to make my way to the blacksmith.
All right. You travel a little bit further down while Gray is talking with the general store owner. You
My hunting
hear the
lodge
familiar...
lady.
And you make your way down to the familiar blacksmith that you were at the last time. The cantankerous old man who seems to be going. He looks to you as you approach.
Oh, I forgot about this guy. I love this guy.
Is this the Chad Blacksmith?
No, Chad Blacksmith was over in Kresk.
Damn it. Fair enough.
Good afternoon. I was hoping that you might help me with a project.
Mm-hmm.
Hope looks around the smith's shop. I need raw materials. Enough to make something fitting of my size?
And he kind of looks around. I'm gonna roll to see what he has in the shop. Oh, I should probably use my D100 instead of D20. And he kind of points out to a chainmail he has.
No. Something sturdier than that. I just need the materials.
And he kind of snaps his fingers. He kind of goes digging out for something. And he jumps what looks like an ingot of steel on the desk.
Above game, how much do I need for this CG?
You would need about... You would need either 2 ingots of steel or 1 ingot and probably a chunk of actual like armor.
Would my splint armor count?
It would.
That would work. Possibly if I use this.
He kind of walks over to you. He goes, and he just with a single finger, ting ting. He kind of knocks on your armor. And he kind of waves his hand a little bit.
I bet you haven't seen this. She holds out her hand, presenting an armored gauntlet to the man.
He kind of like starts.
Try and take it off.
And he kind of, he looks at you and he's just like, you kind of see a look of recognition.
Ooh. He knows.
You've seen my kind here?
He nods and he points to you.
I mean...
I meant others. Hope takes up the ingot and taps on it with a finger, testing it for a moment. How much do you want for it?
And he pulls out an abacus and he starts. Eventually, and there are 9 ticks on the abacus.
Above game 900?
Yep.
Hope will hand him 9 platinum.
It would be 90 platinum. It's 10 to 1.
Yep.
Correct that.
And he just kind of takes it across the table, and he casually takes out the abacus and goes, puts them all back. He slides the ingot over to you.
Now to try this. Do you mind if I borrow your table for a moment?
And he just kind of gets up. Like, he has a little, like, cane that he uses just to get up off of his chair, but once he does, he kind of, like, cracks his back a little bit, steps out from the side, and permits you room into his forge.
Hope walks into the forge and begins to press on certain points in the armor. Unseen pressure points. The armor slowly loosens with a hiss. Hope places the armor out onto the table, placing the ingot in the center. As she reaches into her pack for a set of tools, she whispers a soft prayer.
Say, Hope, that's another. You've cast, I believe, 3 level 4 spells today? I'm just checking. Do
No.
you have that? You've cast Control Water, Stone Shape, and Fabricate.
Ops. It reset when I did the level up.
Ah, but that's right, you did level up, and I run RPG rules, so you got reset to full. So,
Oh, fuck, did we? Oh, cool, good to know.
yes.
So it's like a long rest?
Yeah.
Noted.
Oh,
This is honestly the first time it's really come up, because every time you guys have leveled up, you've always been like, oh, that was a harrowing experience. Time to long rest.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
all right,
Yeah.
that puts a change in plans. Shit. All right, good to know.
Hey, that's pretty good.
That's pretty fucking good, bro.
But yes, you should have had all your spell slots at the beginning of this session. So I believe that you are fine then.
The materials begin to glow bright red, orange, then white as if melting in a forge, yet there is no heat. Slowly, the light begins to subside and the materials and armor are one. In place of their splint armor is a shining set of plate, decorated with a mixture of dwarven runes and oddly enough what appears to be warforged faces.
This beautiful piece of crafting that you have made sits before you, a child of your very own, even. One that can travel with you and protect you. I believe, double check for me, if you would. How does armor integration work for Warforged? One hour. Okay. Oh, I see. So this would have probably taken a couple hours for you to remove your armor, forge it, and then at this point begin to reintegrate the armor back into your person. Hope has a montage.
Forging montage. What's Hope's montage track?
it's Iron Man.
Oh
I mean,
yeah,
like the
of
art scene
course.
from Iron Man. It's like when Tony Stark made his first suit.
Yeah, in the fucking like cave.
Yeah.
With a box of scraps.
Does that mean the fucking the Smith is what's
The
the other
doctor
guy's
guy?
fucking name?
Yeah, the doc.
Forgot.
We'll just say doctor. Doctor not appearing in any more films.
Correct, because
He actually
Yeah.
showed up in the third film.
Huh.
Short cameo, yeah.
oh
Recently
yeah,
watched it at the party.
that's a Christmas movie. Fun fact. Anyways,
This will take quite a bit of time, actually. Is there anything you have planned after this, if I may ask?
It wasn't planned, but I would like to buy oil. With my 0 gold.
Yeah, you've been handing off the gold every time you find it.
Technically only once. This last time I just didn't take any. I do have a spare short sword to sell if nobody wants to buy me 10 flasks of oil, which is 1 gold.
Do you want 10 flasks of oil? They can sell you one for a piece of silver.
Yes.
Okay. So one, if you'll go and bum money off of someone, you can get a. Oh, go ahead.
I'll pay you back eventually.
Who are you taking money from?
Whoever offers.
I'll give it to.
Can I bum
I'll give it to.
1
File.
gold, please?
Yeah, I'll give some money to File.
Thank you.
I'll just say then that you were kind of shopping with Gray, and you picked up an old flask of oil while you were there.
10 flasks of oil.
Is there anything else anyone wanted to do?
I had a thing, but I'll wait until everybody else is done first, since I already did something.
I'd like to at least head on over to the church.
Okay, that's what I was gonna do. So yeah, I'll go with Dagon on this.
Hey, buddy.
Hello.
The paladin will
Okay.
follow them into church.
Take me to church.
One moment. I need to find where I left the name of the priest.
Is it Father Donovan?
No, he was in Barovia proper.
Ah.
One moment. He is an actual named character, so let me
Yeah,
just
I
get
know
him
it's in my notes somewhere. I'm looking
Yeah,
for it as well.
somewhere. Hmm?
Oh, I see. I went to D&D Beyond to check in, and it had automatically checked out of my account.
Oof.
Nah, it's fine. It was just, that, oh, you haven't checked in with your account in, like,
Yeska?
5 months?
Was that his
What'd
name? Yeska?
Father Lucian.
Lucian,
Lucian?
that's right.
Oh, that was it. Thank you. I see it. now.
Lucian Petrovich.
Huh. That's the first I heard the last name of. Neat.
Alright, Dagon, you head on over to the church. It is a bit as you left it. The small but well-kept graveyard with the now removed headstone. No, it wouldn't be removed. The familiar headstone of the Wachter Patriarch, where you left it. Several of the graves left intact, and the quaintness of it all catching you.
Only seems like yesterday. And with that, with a kind of small smile, he just walks up to the main door of the church to open it.
Okay, so inside, you see no signs of a elderly father cloth, what you do see is a rather rugged-looking teen,
Uh-oh.
as well as a small child that he is talking with. Looks like they're currently sitting. The teen is sitting on the pew, and the child is looking at them and having a conversation.
I recognize them immediately, don't I?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, it's the kids. I'm assuming Father Donovan is not in at the moment.
So the second that you speak, the small child immediately freezes up, while the teen goes, "You!"
You!
You!
Soldier Porter.
What are you doing, you piece of crap?
Well, good to see that you're at least minding your manners in church and not using such profane language that some people tend to. I'm here to talk to Father Donovan. I'm assuming he's not in-house, is he?
He's at the town meeting right now.
Yes,
I
the
see.
shopkeeper woman said he might be.
Do you know when he will return, or where the meeting is taking place?
He looks at you and goes, "It's a town hall meeting. They're probably at town hall."
He's got you on that one.
Good. Well, it's good to see that you still maintain that little sassy-ass attitude.
Dagon, we're in church.
Yes, and I'm an inquisitor.
Or boogeyman, apparently.
Did the kid say that?
Yeah, he did.
Megan will look at him. And for the first time, he's going to breathe and goes, "Listen. I am..." And you can see there's physical pains growing on Dagon's face, going, "I am sorry for the horrific attitude I gave to you and to your sister.
He walks up to you, and as he starts to move away, the small boy just kind of grabs his back and is like, "It's okay, Eska." And walks up
boy
to
or
you.
girl?
It's a small boy. But
Ah.
you do remember that there was also a small girl.
Okay.
He walks up to you and very closely, like, he puts his finger on your chest. He says, "Listen, I paid for what I did. These were kids, man. My brother and sister. Yeah, I screwed up. I admit that. You gotta be more sensitive, dude."
You also need to remember something very important. What you did could have led to this entire village getting destroyed. Always think about the consequences of your actions.
No, I'm sure I didn't have... I'm sure the last time that you, scared us with that message didn't sink in. Look, I sought forgiveness. I talked it over with the father. They had a town meeting, even. Working much more pro bono nowadays. But at least no one is taking their anger out on me. Seem to be blaming it on... He looks like he's about to catch himself. And he's like, "No, they're blaming it on Strahd."
At least they're putting the blame on the right people. And besides, you've been working hard, correct? You've been doing good work?
I do odd jobs. Yeah.
Good. And Dagon will mage hand a small satchel of 100 gold to this kid.
So this kid had this face of, like, stern brotherly anger going at you. the minute that he holds the bag out to you, you see that like crack and immediately disappear in amazement, and then it just kind of reforms a second later. And he just kind of takes it. Well, I'm glad we both learned something.
Believe me, child, I have learned many things about this land. One of those things is judge not too harshly. I mean, granted, it's part of my nature and my job to judge harshly, but you know, let bygones be bygones. And also, I've seen some shit that you will never be able to understand, nor do you want to.
You know, I'd say you were just puffing out your chest. And I think I'm about half right on that, but I'll take your word for it.
Porter, and I'll agree to that.
I've never been much one for bargaining, so sure.
Right then. Continue your diligence, continue your work. Stray not from the path of the Lord. And also, may the spirit of both the Lord of Light and Anumet guide you, young child. I hope to see you grow into a very respectable adult. Now, if you excuse me, I have a father priest to find. And with that, Dagon just turns around and begins walking out the door.
I like to think Gray has been standing, like off to the side, holding up like key cards.
Stay lit, bro. Is that what they say?
No, Fael.
Fael, don't embarrass yourself.
No, Fael.
you-
See,
you-
what you
you-
have to do is that you have to floss at them.
I
What is
swear I
flossing?
will burn you both at the stake if you do not cease.
Look, I don't know what like oral hygiene has to do with anything, but that's what I've heard.
Are you making
How
fun
about
of my
this?
teeth?
Plus L, plus ratio, plus doesn't understand what he's saying.
Plus no maidens, plus touch gold.
Oh, yes, that's right. I picked some grass for you here. I don't know. I think it's a religious thing. I think you're supposed to touch it.
It's wearing grass.
This is not very based upon anything.
So, anyways.
I hate this and love it at the same time.
So, at this, do you go to leave the church?
Yeah, I'm going to go find the priest.
Gray will kind of like put his hand on Dagon's shoulder. I presume that was incredibly painful for you to do.
Dagon's smooth faced right now with not really smooth face, but you know, he's relaxed. He's just like not as much as it once would be. I mean, granted, if it had been the old me, I would be throwing up right now, just in utter disgusting contempt. But Barovia has, for lack of a better term, changed me.
Dagon, that old you was about 2 weeks ago.
Time has a weird form of moving forward faster and slower, and that's what I might notice.
I know, these days seem to go on for weeks. It's wild.
You have
Wait,
no
Dagon,
idea.
did that hurt? You need healing?
Yes,
I
need
punched
healing.
Dagon.
As-
You hear off in the corner.
I slapped 5 on hands on him.
Emotional damage.
I will send you to Anumet.
I will send you to opposite of Anumet. I will send you to hell. And Dagon just immediately looks after Gray punches him and he just goes, remember this. I do have magic. and I am more proficient. And immediately from there, he just goes, "Now come on, we have a priest to find, and after that, I have a large amount of drinks I need to empty."
Gray lags a bit behind Dagon, and Fael, you see Gray pull out a small copper wire and he goes, "But can you do this?" And he talks into it, and Dagon, you hear that in your mind.
Do what?
You know what? Give me a
Above
second.
game, I know.
You know what? I'm gonna do something here.
I love message.
Hey, Gray.
Hmm.
Let me see. Can I boom up to 3 times? If I could turn you contra, you crazy. Cool. So I have a question.
Sure.
Thaumaturgy. I can create any sound I want, right?
I believe so.
Oh.
I'm going to make the sound of ripped pants coming right from behind Gray.
Joke's on you. I'm not wearing no.
Oh dear God, we're in the church! Put some pants on you, Steven!
It's called a kilt.
That's not proper wear!
Little did you know that underneath Gray's armor was just a pantsuit.
Correct.
So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to make the sound of a loud-ass fart.
That's what I thought you were gonna do.
That's what I thought he was gonna do.
I was like, oh,
Damn right I am, because I'm childish as fuck.
As Gray just heard the sound, he will look down at Fael.
he looks back. Dude,
Dude!
I heard some kids say that in response. I don't know what it means. But it seemed like offended reaction. Am I using it right? Listen, man, I'm from the woods.
I fucking love this game.
Gray looks at Choggy. Dude.
What? I didn't do it.
Wait, wait.
Above game. Haza had to step away for a little bit.
I didn't know that.
Wait, was Choggy with them?
I imagine
Where
he
else
would
would he
be.
be?
I would be hand holding someone.
You know what,
And
fair
most-
enough.
He's helping Hope make armor.
I
guess,
thought he would have
yeah.
been at Blinksy's with the toy store.
He has the water bucket.
Ah.
But anyway,
Alrighty.
we quietly start just muttering dude to ourselves as we go to town hall.
Let's be honest.
I'm always honest. I'm a good boy.
On head. The good gobbo.
Hope making armor with Choggy is like the Mando making the armor for Grogu.
Yeah.
Hey yo, can we get like a little shirt for Choggy?
Can we get a... We just have a bucket for him.
Yeah.
Like a bucket backpack.
No bucket helmet.
Beskar bucket.
Protect the child.
So who wears Choggy like a backpack?
Good question.
So, you all are headed to town hall.
Yeah.
Yes.
Town hall is not hard to find. It is actually in the center of town square, or rather at the edge of town square, which, as you're passing through, looks much cheerier now that, ironically, all of the decorations are gone. And the stage that the debacle that you circumvented when you were here, thankfully gone as well. No burnings that day. You approach the center of town, the town hall. You see a couple guards going, Mesh. Whoa. Excuse me. Ah, it's you again. Apologies, you are not permitted in the main chambers at this time. There is currently a meeting going on.
That's alright. Do you know when the meeting will be over?
Hmm. He kind of opens up the door and peeks inside. Listens a little bit. Probably about an hour or so. You're welcome to wait.
Buff game, I'm fine with waiting.
Yeah, I'm fine with waiting too.
I agree.
All right.
Or
As
west.
you all
Fuck.
wheezed. As you all take a little time to just kind of collect yourselves while you wait for the meeting to end. Let's go ahead and take a break.
Yay!
Okay. Sounds like a good idea.
I will get more water.
I now have
Above.
my components pouch.
Hell
Indeed.
yeah.
Now I could do my new spells.
Above game. Dude, that was some fucking great RP.
Eh.
I have oil.
Oh, I'm so happy you went to the church.
See, I'm not a menace to everybody, especially kids.
Anymore.
Anymore.
Look, the Scared Straight program worked. I stick by it.
Anyways, I'm gonna go get water.
I'm gonna go use the bathroom.
Yeah, same here.
Hydrate or dihydrate. I will also be right back.
I'm back.
I am back. Wow, what timing. Look at
That
that.
works out well. Sounds like we're the first ones back, too.
Indeed.
How's it going, chat? I hope you're enjoying the more RP heavy session. And a fair bit of lore dropping, too.
Is there a way to, like, click an item and then have it in chat?
An item?
I don't know. Yeah, because I dropped oil from, like, the compendium, and it does have a description. But there's no way of, like, outputting it.
I don't know. I have
Strange.
I have genuinely no idea. Is it one of the oil flasks that you picked up? Just
Yeah.
gonna dump it all over chat.
Has an attack. Oh, because I can throw it. I could technically... Wait a minute. Okay, what would be a ranged attack for throwing an object?
Usually I would just make a check of some sort. Excuse me. And then... oh, jeez. Always seems to get worse at night. And then I believe they have to make a DC.
At this point, have I pretty much returned?
Not quite. This is about hour 2 when the meeting will finish up.
Most likely, it would be a dex check, right, for throwing.
Yeah. Improvised. It's an improvised weapon, ranged attack. Yeah, ranged attack, improvised weapon. And then they'll be covered in
Okay.
burning oil.
Oh, in
What
this
about
case,
burning
regular oil,
love?
which can ignite.
I said a hunk of burning love.
Hey, I can use an item in chat. There you go.
Yeah, there we go.
You program it as an attack, and then you just put in the description.
Gotcha. Also, side note, anyone who enjoys D&D, oil, amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you can mage hand it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so over the ceiling, drop, and cast bonfire.
Or firebolt.
I like these combos you're coming up with.
Well, the thing with bonfire is it ignites anything that isn't worn or carried. Oil on the floor is not... Well, is it technically wearing it?
Nope.
Nope.
It doesn't matter, because the oil on the floor is not worn or carried.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Oil on them, well,
Also not worn or carried.
Bingo.
yeah.
They're covered, I believe.
Yep.
So they can make the save from bonfire, but they still ignite.
And it'll still burn like a bitch.
I do believe we are all back, though.
Yes, Haza has not alerted me to if they're back yet, so we are just going to continue.
Okie dokie.
Sounds good. Okay. So, you're all just kind of sitting down, waiting for a little bit. Esmeralda's just kind of leaning along the wall. So, I've heard about what happened here, but through hearsay. What exactly happened, if I may ask? Sounds like you was the center of it.
Well, you see, and then just gonna just fast forwarding. No, I don't think we'll really leave any details out. Just kind of go through the whole thing. I mean, we got an hour, so.
Interesting. A cult, of all things. I suppose it makes sense. Though that Lady Walker is a bit of a loose end. Never one for letting prey get away, or cult heads even.
If we see her again, well, she won't be able to escape us from us a second time. I actually had a question for you.
Really now, Gray?
Yes. You see, I've been doing a bit of thinking, and I believe. Hello, Nugget! Jesus fucking God!
Where did this dog come from?
Your baby.
Oh, he's
Well,
just a boat. Sorry, my dog, fucking, got up and, started, scratching me with his paws.
Prada, I love you.
Yeah,
Notice me.
fucking. I think he's got tummy rumblies.
Acknowledge me.
Yeah. I'm wanting to expand my spell repertoire, and I was wondering if you or anyone here, kind of gesturing to the rest of the group, perhaps had anything that could give me a bit of assistance. Perhaps old notes or an old spell book you aren't using anymore.
She kind of raises an eyebrow at that. Spellbooks are hard to come by, but I believe I have one back at the wagon. We took it from a mage long time ago, hoping to find some secrets he may have left in, but it turned blank the moment we got it. As far as we can tell, it's open for use.
Well, I would appreciate it. My master was quite proficient in magic and had a number of spell books, but I took more to the getting my hands dirty more than anything else, but I feel that perhaps with a bit more magic up my sleeves, we can perhaps get a bit more utility, or who knows, maybe pick up something we didn't understand beforehand. I seem to remember him having a knowledge of a spell that would allow him to understand all languages.
Ah, so that is what you were attempting back at the church.
Just kind of nods.
Alright then. I see if you have some use for it, I see no reason to hold on to the useless thing.
I would appreciate it.
Yeah. We seem to be waiting for a moment anyways. Would you like to come with me?
Sure, why not? And Gray will go.
Alright. You spend a little bit, you make your way over to where you left the cart, which is basically by the stables and the Blue Water Inn. And she comes back, she goes inside. Any reason that you decide to shift away from the path of the blade?
Well, not necessarily. I'm more just picking up a few tricks, some unexpected tactics that we can use. And, well, honestly, seeing you in action has taught me a thing or two about how helpful magic can be in the midst of a fight. Being able to use the blade and the book at the same time.
And the bolt, even.
Indeed. I
Fair
remember
enough.
my master also mentioning ways to merge the two forms together to improve one's stance. I'm going to see if I can replicate it.
She comes back out with the book. Interesting fusion that you are thinking about. As someone who walks, I suppose, probably not an entirely dissimilar path as the one you are currently traveling, best of luck. It is a rather difficult balance, but your previous capabilities, you seem quite equipped to handle it.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, and she hands over the book. Be careful. I'm not sure if this burns. I'm not sure you'll be able to find another one.
My mind is a steel trap, don't worry. Before we go back, I actually meant to ask you something else. Are you alright?
In what way?
Well, I know that you were looking for a certain ringmaster. Never did tell us what you found.
Perhaps this is something we should talk about with the group.
Fair enough.
It's something I should bring up anyways.
Great. Well,
We'll
okay.
when we reconvene with Hope, and after we've taken care of our business with the town hall, we'll have a discussion.
Gray will nod. Not press any further.
Alright. With that, you return to the front of town hall. And you get back, not much has changed, but a few minutes pass, and the guard, who has been keeping a stern eye on all of you, just kind of looks inside. It appears they're wrapping up. It should be out momentarily.
Above game, please continue. I'm gonna figure out what's going on with my dog. He's being needy.
Alright.
Just Gray is just trying to get hold of holy water. So just throwing it out there. Please continue.
Okay. So the guard opens the door, and you see what appears to be a rather engaged Father Lucian walking out, talking with, of all people, one of the Wachter brothers. Let's see, they both kind of... Yes, well, the repairs in the north sector are going well, and I'm not sure what to do with the old Burgermeister's manor. Oh, excellent to see you all again. Father Lucian kind of greets you all. A pleasure, the gift of the morning, Lord, I suppose.
It is good to see you again, Father Lucian. Ah, Lord Wachter. How are you doing?
I've been better, man. Nikolai is unfortunately at home, so I got stuck with today's meat duty. We should go... Oh, we can't go drinking anymore. I got duties now.
Drink in moderation. Moderation being the key word. Also, how is your sister?
You know, I'm so glad to have her back. She has been running us ragged, man.
Good. Someone's keeping you boys in line.
I don't like lines.
You'll get used to it. But if you don't mind, we have business with Father Lucian, so kind of pats him on the shoulder. Take care of yourself.
Yeah. I'll go. You want me to tell Nikolai and Stella that you were in town?
Oh, by all means. And I hope that your entire family is doing okay.
It's gonna insight that.
By all means.
You are not very smart. Yeah, I'll go tell my siblings. And he walks off. You have business with me, then?
We do, Father. Yes, we do. A few things, to be certain.
Alright.
Where are
How
the
can I
bodies
help?
buried, Father? No.
In the graveyard.
Mm. That's
Yeah.
what you expect us to think. No.
I don't think it's going to be like that again, Gray. Anyways. Well, Father, we are hoping to get a few items from you. And perchance, if I could, maybe find any support I could get from you.
Alright. I
We'll talk
believe,
We'll talk at the church. Come.
excellent. I believe Milovage is still there. You should be tending to it with Yeska.
Oh, he is. He's doing quite well. In fact, I believe the Morning Lord, and as well as many of the other gods, are smiling quite favorably upon the boy.
I hope so. The poor lad has been through quite a lot. But come, let's make our way to the church.
Hey,
Yes,
CG,
let's.
Yes.
real quick before we go, do I see Isaac anywhere?
Hmm.
Roll a perception check.
Perception. 14. 13. I don't know why I read that as 14.
14!
14. Me
you
do
too have
number
D&D
good
math.
big.
Hard, I didn't know you played Yu-Gi-Oh! Too.
Yeah, apparently.
You kind of catch, looking past Father Lucian, you see Isaac currently talking with what looks like Erwin about something or other. You can't quite make out what he says, but he does seem to once more have his arm in his sling.
Okay. I won't bother him for now.
Okay. You all make your way to the church then,
Yeah.
and once inside, it says, "Children, oh," and it looks like the two of them are in a bit of a hug. Milovage is currently holding on to Yeska, who's currently weeping into his arms. Oh, did something happen? And Milovage just kind of gets up. We just had a string of good fortune, Father. That's all. We'd like to head home for the day, if that's all right. By all means. May the Morning Lord shine on your evenings as well. Thank you, Father. And the two of them kind of head out, and Milovage kind of gives you a look in particular, Dagon, as they both leave. I wonder what that was about. Anyways, how can I help you?
Taken?
Mm.
Oh.
Sorry.
No,
Sorry.
you're good.
Mike was acting up a little bit. Had to fix it. Well, Father, we've come to make preparations for the midnight hour.
All right. I see your perchance for vagaries has remained.
I think we both know what that means.
Maybe, but it's something I prefer not to speak of in this holy place.
Of course. So we've come to see if maybe we can collect some holy water, maybe a blessing or two, and if possible, Dagon looks up. Any information about anything that could aid with the twilight of the gods. Any stories, history, something, rumors, legends, anything about weapons, magics, something.
I'm gonna roll for him. Ooh. I don't know specifics. Hearsay, legends from the whispers in the dark, and everything that the Morning Lord dares not go. I've heard that the many adventurers who come into the realm of Barovia have, well, lost a lot of their gear whenever they challenge the Lord of the Land. I hear he keeps most of it in his castle.
Like his dungeons.
I wouldn't know. It's all the hearsay I'm afraid I have. You can understand that the topic has not come up for several years in this town.
Bill, if there is anything, something that maybe
I'm afraid that's all I have.
I wouldn't suppose you wouldn't happen to have something of blessed power and authority besides some holy water, would you?
Even then, that's pretty sparse, and if I'm being completely honest, something that can get you killed. I will see about making something, but he looks over to you. There's usually another one in your group, yes?
Yes, that normally is.
They are currently working on a project.
Well, I, unfortunately, as a dutiful citizen of Barovia, would be unable to provide such means for water of that nature, but perhaps if, say, another wanderer of the cloth were to enter in here and perform it in my presence, I wouldn't be technically making it after all. No problem there.
Alright. I figured as much.
1 second.
I cast Bless on the water.
If only it worked that way.
What is it again? Ceremony?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great spell. Just.
It's great when it's needed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, this isn't good. I did a little too much coughing, and now I've got hiccups.
Oh, that's where the real fun begins.
Bless you, Father.
Wait a minute.
Gesundheit.
I can prepare ceremony. I didn't know it was available for paladins.
Oh, yeah. That's right!
Wait, what?
It's also
I don't have this on my character sheet.
Let it also be known, ceremony is a ritual spell as well.
Yeah,
I
which
can't
means-
ritual cast. But still. Oh, it costs money though.
How much
I
money?
see. 25 GP worth of powdered silver, which the spell consumes.
I wonder who would have powdered
There's
silver. Wait a minute.
It's a cleric spell, so Hope can also do this. Well, I mean, yeah, it doesn't matter if it's ritual. It still costs 25 GP.
So, above game, well, above game. In game, Father Lucian goes, well, I mean, if you could do me a favor since you're all here, I've had something I've been needing to dispose of. Would you mind taking this and getting rid of it as you see fit? And he hands you a small pouch.
The pouch kind of peers into it.
You see a bunch of powdered silver in it, actually. Just probably enough for one casting.
Of course, we will properly dispose of this into the correct trash bin. Kind of gives a wink.
May the Morning Lord smile on you.
Yes. And may Onomet's light guide your people.
Alright.
Oh, before I go, Father,
Hmm.
do you have any tales of Argynvost?
Argynvostol.
Argynvostol. Sorry, thank you, Greg. Argynvostol.
Always happy to help.
Come on.
Oh, boy. I have to do some research.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Did he roll a natural 20?
He thinks about it. Have heard the name. Comes up every now and again. Words of a haunted mansion out to the west of here. Not much, I'm afraid, but there is a legend that is where a dragon perished long, long ago. Still see remains of it and symbolism on the mansion, though none ever really brave to go inside. Say, ancient warriors haunted the place.
Thank you, Father. That is all.
Has anyone gone there recently? Do you know?
Not that I know of. You hear about it every once in a while from a traveler or hunter, but no, for the most part, it simply sits. It's another scar upon this land.
Do we know how far Argynvostol is from here?
Not very far. It's a little bit off, as far as you can tell, somewhere around the crossroads towards Kresk, which is about 2 hours from here. No, not 2 hours. About an hour and a half.
So we could still probably reasonably go there today if we wanted to.
Yes.
Sweet.
Good to know. Good to know.
All right.
So, at this juncture, I assume do you have anything else you wish to ask of Father Lucian?
Not that I can think of. What about you guys?
You
I
okay?
agree.
Huh?
You good?
Oh yeah, this is just going to be persistent, so sadly.
I think I'm good.
Okay. At this juncture, you all head back into town. You pass by the local blacksmith, where you see Hope currently doing something with a rather impressive piece of armor, actually.
Or would you look at that?
Mm. And Hope, as you are currently integrating, the blacksmith, who has been really enthralled with this whole process, kind of like nudges you and gestures over to the people approaching, which you know to be your companions.
That's a wonderful set of armor, Hope.
I made it myself. I used some motifs and designs that I saw back home, but with my own touch.
Very beautiful piece. I would not lie.
Mazel tov.
Yochaim.
Esmeralda kind of peers over at it. Lots of dwarven inspiration here.
It isn't as good as her work, but it is decent work.
Don't put yourself down. It's a great work. Speaking of which, happy birthday. Tosses the pouch of powdered silver to Hope.
Hope opens the pouch and looks inside. Powdered silver? What is the occasion? Also, what is a birthday?
Your kind of worms, Dagon. Shoves Dagon.
To answer the questions in numerical order, yes, powdered silver. The occasion is, hey, you're a being of the cloth. I'm sure you are capable of creating holy water, and also a birthday is a day of creation for a entity, usually celebrated once every year on the day of said being's creation. So for you, happy Forge Day?
Just like that, a new holiday was sprung throughout Barovia.
Forge Day.
I will see what I can make, but it will have to wait until tomorrow.
That is fine. Also, when you have some time, would you be able to take a look at that vial that I got? Doesn't have to be now. It can be tomorrow.
Beginning to think Gracia take an identify.
Were we planning to stay in town for the night?
Above game, good question. Anybody have objections?
I'll throw out there that it's still a little early for that.
Ah,
Yeah,
that's right.
I'd argue no, just because it's still like there's still a good amount of day left.
Yeah, plus we are needing to head to Argynvost. Argynvost. Blech. I can speak.
But in character, I believe we are now considering making the journey up to Argynvost. Perhaps seeing what I presume that last card holds for us.
Agreed.
Does Gray still have his card, actually? I know we went back to Madame Ava, and she asked for her cards back.
She asked if you had the cards. And,
okay.
you should still have the ghosts, but everything else is gone.
Yeah, we returned the ones that had been accomplished.
And Gray will just kind of look at the ghost card in his hand.
The guidance is of Madame Ava. And that is where that's why they are bringing you, to this Argynvost.
Yes. Hopefully the other leads have panned out, so hopefully this will also be of help.
That actually segues in what I wish to speak with all of you. But I would prefer to do it away from prying eyes. She looks over to the blacksmith, who has just been kind of watching all these, and he goes, "Meh? Meh." At this point, an hour has finished up, and you see the beautifully detailed armor set become encompassed with Hope's form, merging with it. She looks quite stunning, actually.
Mazel tov, and I smash a bottle of champagne against Hope's chest. You mentioned before.
Still just a bit off.
With this, whoever you mentioned, her, which is this,
That's who I was going to ask about as well.
By all means, Clay.
Well, I mean, you already asked the question.
No, you talk.
No, you.
No. Is this quality of work? Do you think this would please her at least? Whoever that is.
She would be unhappy with it.
Why is that?
Because it isn't my place.
I see. Well, there's still to find peace.
I'm the one who mans the forge, she is the crafter of the two of us.
The two of us?
Yes. Hope doesn't respond further than that.
Gray will kind of nod, but he won't pry. As it seems very personal to Hope, he will not pry.
How would you say it? The same. But different?
So your own spin on it? Your own variation? Personal touch?
No. She is like me, but different. Same place, but different outcomes.
Sibling, perhaps?
Sibling might be the closest word. She is much more. Set in her place.
Can't begin to imagine what that's like. Esmeralda says very sarcastically.
Gray is fairly quiet and seems to be taking the whole thing in.
Can I insight that?
Sure. $14. Oh. She seems to be thinking about someone in particular of a... maybe not exactly the same relationship, but... she's drawing parallels right now.
I don't think you understand. It's more complicated. The only one who might understand is Vasilika.
Perhaps. Well, the specifics. And I can't claim to be an expert in these sort of things, but... would you think... would you say that they are a family to you? Maybe not by similar creation, but at least in function?
test.
Thank you, Nugget. Hello.
I would say yes. She would say no. To her, we do not have such a thing. That's something for Hope pauses. Your kind.
Certainly sounds complex. But if you believe in this family, at least we have a base to draw from. And family can be difficult, to say the least.
I still don't fully understand it. She would say that I have become too human, dwarf, something?
A concerning thought, I suppose. But your relationship is strong, at least, yes?
I would say yes. She would say number.
And the best I can do is wish you luck in an endeavor as someone who you may not think it, and by the sound of it, your sibling would not understand it either, but it is something that I believe that I am going through myself, and I wish you the best of luck in your endeavors.
Thank you.
If I may, I have something that actually brings me up to something I wish to speak with all of you about. And she just kind of draws in everyone. At this point, you've kind of, after you kind of donned everything, you started walking a little bit away from the blacksmith, who just kind of like goes back to his smithy, and you are all walking through the streets. And Esmeralda just kind of like pulls you all into the nearest alley. I have found a lead on the Felmo Ringmaster, but I am unfortunate. It is unfortunate for me to say this, as we have become quite the team, this group of us. But I believe I will have to pursue this lead alone.
For leaving us.
For now, the trail that the Ringmaster leaves is difficult to follow and one he keeps a keen eye on. If I am to find it to its source, I'll need to start moving in more subtle ways. The ways that cannot be done with a group.
If I may ask. No, actually. It can wait until you have returned.
I appreciate your candor in the matter.
Gray will kind of put his hand on Esmeralda's shoulder. We will be here when you're ready.
You act as though you're going to be the ones that are stationary. I'll find you, don't you worry. And Who knows? There might be some... I don't know what will happen when I find the Ringmaster, but... I can only hope that good things come from it, though... After the way our last interaction happened, I imagine that we'll have a lot to work through. I wish you the best in your pursuit of this Algen Vostelt.
Good luck with your ringmaster.
Godspeed, my friends. And with that, Esmeralda walks off deeper into the alleyway and is gone.
Wait, do you have a scroll of lightning bolt? Shit.
You can do that message thing.
Oh no, my copper wire, I've dropped it.
Wow, sucks to be you.
Alright. Esmeralda has left the party. So what does the party do?
Well, I don't have any more business to handle here. Might swing by and just say hello to Isaac before we go, but I'm ready to go. What about you all?
I agree.
I'm ready to finally end this long nightmare. Let us go.
Okay.
Choggy. Choggy, wake up.
No, I'm in the bucket.
He's in the bucket.
Carry me.
Do I have to get the sling
Amazing.
again, Choggy?
Why? It's comfy.
I like to think that, either Gray or Hope have, like, one of those fucking, like the baby harnesses. Just put the bucket in there.
Quite actually, you know what? Can we get a lid for the bucket with the tiny little pop-out hole that Chalky can use?
No, that's what Dagon wants to make.
What?
Just pump there. He's sealed inside. I don't have to think about him again for 10 hours.
No. Look, I'm a horrible being, but I'm not that horrible. No, that's why I included the little pop-out part where Chalky could open and close it like a hatch.
I'm just imagining like one of those pop-top cans.
I'm picturing the fucking, like, the fucking, like, thing that Hodor has to carry Bran. Yeah, no, I'm good to go.
Yeah.
Alright. You all take your time to collect yourselves, and content that you can make it there by the end of the day, you all leave Vallaki once more. Nope, not that. Yes. You travel down the road for a little bit. About an hour passes. Nothing eventful happens. As you begin to approach the crossroads, you remember that you're to head off to the beaten path. I'd like everyone to roll a survival check to see if you can find your way.
As we are moving down the road, Gray is going to resummon Kago to the party, by the way. As I've just now realized I never did that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of which, guess... So we roll for West?
No, it's wisdom,
Quiet.
idiot.
No, it's Weast.
7.
8.
Damn.
Fuck.
7, 8, 9...
23. Oh, I should probably roll for Choggy.
Please.
Get a 10. Get a 10. Get a
Please,
10.
Choggy, get that 10. Get
Or
down
6.
on it. Well, that too.
The trend
Well, the other
continues.
side.
That's
Damn,
yeah. I was
Choggy
about to
really
say,
do.
there's a 6 on the. Oh yeah, whatever.
6, 7, 8, 9.
You all are kind of you're a little lost going forward. You realize you're going to have to go into the Svalage Woods. And when you were
Oh,
navigating it the
Svalage.
first time,
Sorry.
when you were navigating it the first time, you were still a bit blind, and the idea of going in blind once more is not especially appealing to you. But as you do proceed into the woods, trying to find signs, anything, Choggy and Fael, as you are closer to the ground, you notice the faint outline of a long, overgrown trail leading off into the woods. I would like Fael, and I'll roll for Choggy, to once more roll a survival check with advantage. But only those two.
Don't worry, guys. I'm from the woods. I have a 20.
And a 13. Fael, you're familiar with the woods for sure. You begin traveling, making sure to keep to the heavily ever growing path. It's like you see the grass that has grown here, kind of smaller compared to the other grass, not as overgrown. You're able to keep finding your way through the woods. The mist begins to start enveloping around all of you. But as you begin to lose your way further, Fael keeps his nose to the ground, keeps a bead, a bearing. You go on for longer than feels comfortable. Mist obscuring your vision, but Fael ever going on the trail. Eventually you make your way through it, through the thick fog, to the other side, where you see a large building, old, decrepit, dragon out front of a statue of some sort, a giant chunk of it missing on the right, as you make your way to Argynvost. And that is where we are going to end this session for tonight.
Oh boy. Oh god. There's a
Oh.
whole fucking chunk of this building taken out.
Oh, Jesus. I mean, that's beautiful, but also, goddamn.
Now that's a lot of damage.
Can Flex Seal save that?
I don't think so.
Probably
Not
not.
using that Flex Seal.
Thank you all for joining us this evening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hope everyone enjoyed this more RP and lore heavy session.
I had fun.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
agree.
This is great.
Viol has a fish girlfriend now.
She's not a fish.
A girlfish?
She's an elf.
She's a fish elf.
A girlfriend.
Gilf.
No.
Do not.
A killer friend.
No, Giller friend. Yeah. No, you got a grill friend.
Isn't that what you do?
No, I flambe.
Forgive me.
I probably won't.
Go for it.
Friends with benefits.
God damn it.
That's solid.
I
That's
like
solid.
that. I love it.
Sorry, I just thought of something terrible too.
Come on, hit us, DM.
File going on online dating must like the shape of water.
Shape of the water.
Hopefully, Fael ain't out here getting catfished.
Alright. Sorry, my cough seems to be getting worse, so perhaps we should wrap it up a little bit.
Yes.
Thank you all for joining us today. We will be back in 2 weeks where we're gonna look at the spooky house.
Yes.
Ooh.
This is something I've been waiting for a bit, and I'm excited.
Me too. I've also been really excited for this one. You guys are level 8 now. You're in the end game.
Oh
We're
boy.
getting there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's all coming together now.
Let's see. Who do we have that we can raid? I'm looking at one person in particular, but does anyone else have any ideas?
I see Tiki.
Dog.
I see Tiki the Troll. I see Bro Kaiser. I see Hyrule. I see Cholt the Personality, Vaughn. I see Caliban. I see Connor. There's a number of folks we can raid.
I was thinking Doc, personally.
Doc is doing 2K22
WWE.
testing.
Wrestling.
Wrestling. Yeah, we can raid Doc.
Oh yeah.
Weird message. What's up, Doc?
Works for me.
What's
That's
up?
what I always say to him.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's something he's never heard before in his life.
No, never.
Yeah. It's too
Nobody tell him
clever.
it's my idea.
Go show Doc a bit of love. Let him know who sent you. We will be back in 2 weeks for another episode of The Curse of Stromboli. And remember, as always, Black Lives Matter, Trans Lives Matter, support for Ukraine, stop Asian hate, probably like 8 other things that I could say. But you matter, and we love you. Bye-bye!
Bye.
Bye.